because I know how much you like to talk about the gospel of Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
And if we can keep talking about that forever, but you're a lawyer, right? And you're already a lawyer in the Federal Republic of Nigeria, called to the Nigerian bar. You actually had a stint in practice while you were in Abuja, and then you moved to the United Kingdom. And then how come you chose to practice as an immigration lawyer when your country, your home country, I would say, your country of origin, Nigeria, has a reputation for persons who want to flee their home country for greener pastures in Western Europe? So why did you choose to become an immigration lawyer? Is it to help your country, fellow countrymen to immigrate all over the world?
Well, you see, when I got to the UK, I was just into general practice or sort of practice. I worked with a lot of local authorities and all that, private law firms and all that. But then one of the things that led me to major in immigration was both circumstantial and also my sort of decision. One was I discovered that while practicing, a lot of people coming from abroad were needing my attention. People coming from Nigeria particularly were being referred to me by their pastors. Of course, being a pastor, I know loads of pastors in Nigeria. So there was always this referral. Somebody's coming. No, I have somebody coming. Please, could you help them? They've got problem with their papers. I need somebody, a lawyer I can trust. And so I was getting so many referrals from pastors, from acquaintances, people that knew me and all that. So at the end of the day, when I decided, when my ministry, when the church work became very large and I could not cope with general practice, and I discovered that I needed to just focus on something in order to have enough time for ministry, I decided to think about it. And I discovered I had a lot of clientele in the area of immigration. And I also discovered that that was another area that I had so many people coming in, and I just wanted to help people.
And then that brings in the very all-important question. Are you very excited or rather happy saying that from your country of origin, Nigeria, many citizens from your country, home country, Nigeria, want to leave the country? In fact, it has been, described as the Japa syndrome. And as an immigration lawyer, you must be concerned. The question, therefore, is, are you excited? Are you happy about it?
Well, it's a mixed feeling for me. Mixed feeling in the sense that many people that are leaving have good reasons to leave. And, but I also believe in building the country as well. So that's why I say,
but you didn't stay. At the time you were very much settled in the UK, if I wanted to come to the UK, it would have been very easy for you to take me, to bring me over to the UK.
Yes.
But somehow you could have. I'm sure if I wanted, you could have. And you didn't stay. So why would you, expect some others to stay and build the country?
Well, my relocation was also circumstantial in a way. It was not something I sat down and decided, okay, I'm moving at this time or that. A lot of things led to it. If I had other options, alternative, probably I would have stayed as well. Now, I'd say this to the Nigerian government. It's quite alarming and quite disturbing when you see things, the way things are going. Some of the things causing problem in this country, religion and ethnic issues and all that. When we got to the UK, I give you a good example. In less than 5 years, 6 years, we had become citizens. And nobody cared where we came from. Nobody cared where. I'm just giving you one good example. There are so many I can talk about, which Kemi had, talked about some of them as well. Nobody cared where we came from. And in less than 6, 7 years, my wife contested for an election in the UK under the Labour Party at the time, because then I was still studying the parties. But my wife is more into politics than myself. And she contested and won as a councillor.
Oh, in the Labour Party?
In the Labour Party.
But you don't believe in the Labour Party?
I did at the time, because now she's joined me in the Conservative Party.
No, what do you mean? You left Nigeria. You immigrated from Nigeria, right? And you got to the United Kingdom.
Yes.
Now you not only became a citizen, you and your wife didn't just become citizens.
Yes.
Your wife contested election.
Yes.
And won.
Yes.
It won election, a council election in the United Kingdom.
And she was the first black woman to win the election in Harrow Council.
Wow, that's interesting.
She was very popular, and there was a time the news.
And that becomes a positive story.
Yes.
To the immigration issue, right?
Exactly.
The question, therefore, is, I go back to it, and I'm very, very, emphatic on this as much as I can. First, you should be concerned that there is massive intention to immigrate out of Nigeria, and then there is really a Japa syndrome in quote.
Yes.
Of young people being very restless, who want to leave this country, and you are an immigration lawyer. Does that sound like good music to you as someone who has his origins in Nigeria?
Now that's where I was going to. Incentive is the word. What incentive does the government give the young people to stay? That's where the problem.
But as an immigration lawyer,
yes,
whose trade will be improved by the number of, and I use the word clientele.
Yeah.
All right, the number of clients and then the clientele that is either increased in number. You expectedly, I know you to say you have mixed feelings about immigration as an immigration lawyer.
Yeah.
Does it not bother you economically, politically, and in futuristic terms that our country has been described to have, has a problem that's been described as Japa syndrome?
It bothers me. But then, in a way, like I said, when you can't help an issue, the only thing you can do is to look for a solution. People are running for so many reasons, and I tend to understand why. While it bothers me, I'm also looking at the other side. The other day, I was discussing with the Honorable Commissioner, and I was excited. He was doing a few things.
You're talking about Honorable Chima Okorie?
No, the one in Lagos, our friend.
Okay. The Honorable Commissioner is doing fantastically well. I'm talking about Tokunbo Wahab, who is cleaning up Lagos in astronomical terms. Yes.
Yes, he did something, and I sent him a text. I was so excited about it. And I said to him, I said, this is how it should go. What did he do? There was a demolition to take place in the market. And he went there with security and with megaphone and everything, and was telling the people, you don't want to do this anymore because in 3 days' time, we are coming back and we're going to remove your stuff. We're going to seize your stuff and all that. And I was very excited.
You mean Tokunbo Wahab went there to do it by himself?
He went there by himself.
And you like the fact that the standard he was operating by
was humane.
Yeah, and it's something that you feel it's up to the standard you have in other places in the world, right?
Exactly, because at the end of the day, one problem we have in this country is we are not humane.
Yeah.
We demolish people's houses and they have no alternative. We demolish people's businesses. We don't give them an alternative. There's no compensation.
Is that the reason why they should immigrate and get out of the country?
People are worried. Jobs. There are no jobs. They are not creating jobs. When last did the president build a factory?